Now, about a year ago, I made a video all about an ultra quiet diesel heater fuel pump. This fuel pump was designed for the cheap Chinese diesel heaters, and anyone out there that's got one of those diesel heaters will know that those fuel pumps that come with them are really noisy and quite annoying. So when I heard about this ultra quiet diesel heater fuel pump, I thought to myself, I'll buy one to see how quiet they actually are. But just recently I got a comment on that video informing me that there is actually a new and improved ultra quiet diesel heater fuel pump. So I had no choice but to look it up, and sure enough, here it is. And it's only £15. And by the looks of it, it's got a built-in fuel filter. So I'm thinking maybe, potentially, it's the built-in fuel filter that actually makes this thing quieter. It would actually act as a sound deadening device, this built-in fuel filter. So purely out of curiosity, I'm going to have to order one. Here it is. So today's video, I'm going to be testing this brand new, apparently super quiet diesel heater fuel pump. So let's get it out of the box, take a close look at it, and then we'll put it to the test. No instructions. Not that we'd read them if there was, right? There you go. Yeah, that definitely looks like a filter gauze inside there. And I'm guessing the reason it's clear is so you can see if it's full of diesel or not. The body of it looks exactly the same as any other fuel pump I've ever seen. And it does resemble the ultra quiet diesel heater fuel pump. It's got the little nuts on there. The assembly looks very similar. So maybe all they've done is add this to the ultra quiet diesel heater fuel pump. And I'm guessing giving it this on the end has given it more volume, therefore deadening the sound. Let's try it out. Now, the last time I did a diesel heater fuel pump comparison video, I was actually inside my Mercedes Sprinter camper van. But because it is the middle of January and it is quite cold, I really don't want to compromise the heater that's inside my Sprinter. So for that reason, I'm actually going to use one of these standalone diesel heaters. I will simply swap the standard fuel pump that's inside this for our new ultra quiet diesel heater fuel pump. And besides, I've always wanted to take one of these apart just to have a look inside. So without further ado, let's whip the cover off, take a look at the standard fuel pump that's inside this diesel heater and compare it to the brand new and improved ultra quiet diesel heater fuel pump. Right, let's get my screwdriver. Let's hope it's got some diesel in it. I think it has. Oh yeah. So there's our fuel pump wedged nicely in there. I'm hoping that this will fit actually. It should do. Doesn't look to be that much bigger because it's got this piece here. So really it's not that much longer. Let's start it up and see what it sounds like. Well, isn't that typical? It ran out of diesel. Oh dear. Things I do, eh? Oh, it's heavy. Oh, I guess if things were easy, everyone would be doing it. Could have run out after I did the decibel meter. Now I've just noticed that the fuel pump is actually touching the fuel tank. So to avoid any sound resonating through the tank or the tank deadening the sound, I've undone the one screw that's holding this tank in place. Yeah, one screw. I'm going to wedge the fuel tank like this so it's away from the pump, so it's not touching and not affecting the sound of our pump. I should do this when I test both pumps. Right, let's carry on. So the diesel heater is now running, it's calmed down. I've changed the microphones on my camera to this wireless microphone. Let's put it right by the diesel heater fuel pump. Oh, sorry about that. Now you can actually hear what it sounds like close up. So this is what the diesel heater fuel pump sounds like. This is the standard diesel heater fuel pump. Now I've got my decibel meter. I'm going to record it using this. I'll leave it there for a little while and then we'll do a comparison. I think that will do. Now let's swap the pump over for the ultra quiet one and see if it does actually make a difference. Okay, let's switch this off. Wait for it to power down. And then we'll figure out how we're going to swap this over without making too much mess. I think I'm going to need some gloves. Whoa, nearly dropped it. That would have been a disaster. God dear. Now if you are finding this video mildly entertaining, slightly informative, then please do give it a thumbs up. And if you're new here, why not consider subscribing to my channel for more campervan related stuff. Right, as soon as this finishes winding down, we'll swap the pump over. So it's just occurred to me I've still got the original ultra quiet diesel heater fuel pump fitted to my Sprinter. This is what it currently sounds like. Granted, it is right next to my exhaust. Right, so I guess the first thing I need to do is remove the fuel tank. Hopefully it doesn't drip too much fuel. Clip that. Should be quite simple really. He says. Hopefully. Yeah. There we go. Pop that out of there. Put the original one up there. A nice fresh new one. So that goes like that. Let's take the bottom one off. Put it in exactly the same as the original one was. Now obviously I'm going to have to prime this, so it might take a while to prime it through, but we'll see. Hopefully it won't take too much. Like that. Just stand that back in there. That's it. We are good. Oh, by the way, that noise you can hear is the farmer and his tractor. Hopefully he won't be too long. Let's switch this back on and get it primed through. So here it is. This is apparently the new ultra quiet diesel heater fuel pump. To be honest, I can't hear a lot of difference. But saying that, let's put my microphone right next to it, just like I did the other one. And I'll let you decide. Is that any quieter? Let's get my decibel meter as well. I'm just going to let that record for a little while. You know what, I've got a sneaky feeling that this is actually louder than the original one. So in conclusion, are these ultra quiet diesel heater fuel pumps really worth the money? Is it worth paying 15 quid to upgrade your fuel pump? Personally, I'm not so sure. Although, saying that, this one does have a built-in fuel filter. So if you're looking to buy a spare pump, maybe consider this one. And of course, I will leave a link in the description to where I brought this, purely for your convenience. I rather like the look of that one, but I'll let you decide if the sound is any different. just like my last video, I will end this video by doing a side-by-side sound comparison and let you make up your own mind. Hopefully you found this video mildly entertaining, slightly informative. If you did, then please do give it a thumbs up, and if you're new here, why not consider subscribing? After all, it's completely free. Thanks for watching. Ta-da for now. Here comes the farmer again, right on time. So it's just occurred to me, I've still got the original ultra quiet diesel heater fuel pump fitted to my Sprinter. This is what it currently sounds like. Granted, it is right next to my exhaust.